Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Because you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17 December 2024. How much battery do we have left? 17%. It's actually pretty fucking good. Okay, we have a couple more videos to do. Today we're reviewing a movie called 500 Days of Summer. Now, there's this extremely important story background with this movie. I'm gonna tell you, this is not the review. If you don't want to hear the backstory, possibly skip a little bit. I'll do like this when it's time to do the review. So just be looking for that sign because there's a backstory for that. So 500 Days of Summer was a movie with Jordan Lewis, I guess, and Zoe Deschanel, which is super cute, right? And I don't know why Zoe Deschanel was the go-to romantic girl. I don't know why, but hey, cool. And once again, so this is the intro. This is why this movie was a movie that broke me. That movie was the worst movie I ever saw, but not for the reason that you think. It's a good movie. So, at 22 years old, I had this girlfriend, right? And I truly felt the love. I truly felt like, oh shit, she's the one. I mentioned her a lot. Mentioned her a lot lately, which is the reason why we watched that movie yesterday. The reason why we watched that movie. Which I'm spoiling my own video, but fuck it, right? And we broke up, and I was like, holy shit, I don't want to go into a relationship, right? I was a disgusting person. I was a really disgusting person. I was a fucking low morals. I was going to other parties, right? And there was this girl, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I knew she was into me. I wasn't into her. I wasn't. I wanted my ex back, right? I knew she kind of liked me and liked me, and I didn't like her. And we started going out because I just wanted to fuck. You know, didn't care about her feelings. I want to fuck. I'm an asshole. I wouldn't say I was young, but I was 23, so that's bad. Turns out she had been in a relationship. She wasn't looking for anything serious, also. But after 2 days, we went to see her parents. I'm like, ugh. And there was a moment where she was truly in love, and I told her, look, I don't want anything serious. And it was that she wouldn't behavior. She wouldn't answer as much my calls. She wouldn't come and visit as much as we did. But it was a situationship, right? And we went out together for 9 months. In the beginning, I was just using her for sex. But after a little bit, I became better and better. And I kind of felt guilty about it. I was like, you treat people like shit, dude. This is the only girl that you can call that will answer. This is the only girl that will ask you. You're gonna text her, and she'll ask you, how's your day? But nobody else does it. And you treat her like shit. I felt bad. And I think out of that guilt, I started falling in love with her. Starting to feel in love with a person that loved me no matter what. No matter how rude I was to her. No matter how imperfect I have been. No matter how much of an asshole I might have been. Right? The truth is, I don't know if she knew that I was in love. The truth is, I don't know if she knew I was using her for sex. But if she did, she forgave me for that. And then we started going out. And then there was a really big shift in the relationship where she was talking about how she liked this other guy. But he was in a relationship, so it was a side thing. And and at that point, I couldn't complain about her seeing other people because I treated her like shit, And then, but at that point, I started, and it's weird because you could say, and you probably right, I started liking her when she became unavailable, which I don't understand why, but I did, and yeah, and then I started showing being more emotional, I guess, showing more emotion, showing true, being kinder, being more romantic, And this time, oh, I got a pimple. Aha. Pimple popping 101. So super simple. So touching my motion, and she was backing away. She was backing away, and I was backing forward, and I was moving forward. So I was pushing her, and she was like, don't push me. I pushed her until the very end, where a week before we broke up. She made me watch that movie. Right? It's probably one of the worst period of my life. One of the worst period. I was unemployed. I didn't have friends because I pushed everybody else away. I didn't talk to my parents, my mom, my dad. I didn't talk to them. She was the only one I kind of give a fuck about because of sex. So she made me watch that movie, 500 Days of Summer. It was a romantic movie. I'm like, I don't care. And then in a movie, the guy was an extreme romantic, right? And he was seeing this girl, and when she's seeing this girl, and the beginning of the movie is crazy. They're like, yo, I break up with you. And then you see in the movie how the relationship went, right? And then she break up with him, and then she get married. And her reason for breaking up with him is because she's not ready, but then she get married like a year later. And it's like, what happened? And the girl, she tells him, I don't know, right? And then there's a specific moment in the movie. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna continue the story. I'll tell you the movie about the movie after. And in the week after that, she woke up. And then I felt like that guy in the movie. I was like, holy shit, what a fucking situation. Once again, was I mad that she rejected me? No. I treated her like shit. She had every single right to reject me. Was I mad that I was rejected at all? Yeah. Didn't matter by whom I was rejected. See, she became my stable environment. She became that social aspect. I could call her every single day, she'll answer. And then we broke up, so it's awkward. So I lost the only person with whom I still have an access to. I still had, not even a relationship, not even fucking, but just talking to somebody, right? And then I was like, holy shit, I lost her. And I remember watching that movie, 500 Days of Summer, and not giving a fuck, right? And I was like, maybe it's a movie that's important to her. Maybe the way to gain her back, because of course I'm a fucking. I wanted her back, of course. So maybe the way of getting her back, and I was like, okay, how are we gonna be doing things? There's a couple of ways we can do things. I'm gonna watch the movie again. And I watched that movie, and I still realized that Zooey Deschanel was a fucking. In that movie, she seemed like a bitch, right? I'm not saying that she was a bitch. And I was like, holy shit, that movie is hardcore. And that movie broke me because I was like, she was showing me the movie saying that, oh, I'm going to break up with you. And I convinced myself of that, right? And years after that, about 2 years after that, I became in love, infatuated with Fight Club. Fight Club was my whole life. Fight Club was my favorite movie. Fight Club was amazing. And then I was chilling with another girl. And she was wanting to watch that movie, right? And I knew the movie, but I lied and say, it doesn't look interesting. I don't feel like I'm interested in the movie. Can we watch something else? The reality is I knew the movie and I didn't want to watch it because I was going to break down. She said, it's weird that you don't want to see the movie. It's very much like Fight Club. I'm like, okay. And then years after, then I was on Instagram about a year or 2 years ago, and somebody was referring that movie once again as almost a romantic version of Fight Club. I'm like, holy shit, okay. And then I was thinking about my ex yesterday, and I was talking about how much I moved on and how much I evolved and how much I was a better person and how much it changed me and how much I was able to face life, you know. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's watch it. Yesterday we made a video about why a certain band was so important to me. Right? So that certain movie was important to me. We're just gonna close this because I don't want to take too much battery. Yeah, okay. Let me finish this and then. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, good. So, long story short, very long story short, I want to watch that movie again. So I watched it yesterday. Now, the movie is actually pretty good. So it was the story of and at first I was like, this girl's Zooey Deschanel character, I hate her, but gotta say she's the good guy in here. That movie is so underrated, so misunderstood, you see. So in the movie, it's so, I feel like that movie truly is comparable to a movie like Fight Club. I feel like that movie is truly on the same wavelength, right? So the story is about a guy who is an eternal romantic and a girl that just want to have fun, just want anything serious. And there are multiple times in the movie where she tells him, I don't want anything serious. And we're always saying, and the movie, The 500 Days of Summer, is how they get together and how much of their time is spent together, how much of the date they have. And they seem like the perfect couple. They seem like the perfect couple until she breaks up. So your first reaction as a broken man is, holy shit, she broke up with a perfect guy. Why did she break up? She shouldn't have broken up. See, that was amazing, right? And then you realize one of the scenes of the movie, which is the most important part of the movie, is you see the reality, how he envisioned things, and then you realize that the main character, right, saw things in a different way that they truly happened. So, in Fight Club, you're seeing the main character, which is Tyler Durden, or the narrator, and you realize that he's an unreliable narrator because he's seeing things, he's imagining things, and he's like, holy shit, this really happened when it didn't happen. And then you let that Jordan, the main character, Jordan Lewis Gordon, does the same exact thing. He's imagining those wonderful days. He's imagining those really romantic moments, right? Really romantic moments. Then you realize it was all in his head. So then, can you blame him? Can you blame him for that, right? So if he imagined that it was romantic but it wasn't, that's on him, because he bought into it. Because he said, you know what? I know that she doesn't want anything, but I want something. I know that I am never gonna get what I want, so I should leave, but I don't leave. So this is super, super important in the movie. But then you realize that she knew too that he wanted something more. She saw it. And that's the problem with the movie too. You know that the narrator is unreliable, but how much of what he's saying is not true, and how much what he's saying is true. Now we're seeing a lot of moments where it's the truth, right? Oh, this really happened. Oh, this didn't happen. And you're like, okay, it's weird. Give me a sec. I don't have for long. Okay, give me a sec. I have to do this. We're playing the Tokyo Ghoul. Aha, I can do that also. It's actually a good idea. Okay, one. Nice. There you go, last one. 50. Holy shit. 50. Oh my god. Okay, that's expensive. Okay. Perfect. Shit. So the question is, who's in the right fight here? Because ultimately is that you got two people, right? And they both think that they fucked it up, right? You could say that. Oh. Okay. You can say that Zoe Chanel character was in the wrong because she let on the guy. You can think the Gordon character was wrong because he believed in something that didn't exist. But what you can say is the relationship was toxic. It was two people that didn't know what they wanted, that ended up together, and then wanted to go their separate ways. And it's not because the whole time you're basically thinking the movie's really well made. Because the whole time you're pushing believe that one character is not a good guy. Then you realize that maybe she's in the wrong. Then you realize, well, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. And I feel there's a lot of relationships like that. I feel like there's a lot of relationships that are. Both people are not good for each other. They may think that they're in love, but they're not good for each other, and that's a perfect movie. See, the movie in itself is actually quite smart, right? So you're seeing this guy who's writing fucking cards, which is the main character, and the boss is like, yo, the world is changing, relationships are changing, people are having different relationship, right? And this is this messy relationship, and this is just a picture of what is today. See, nowadays you can find a relationship. If it doesn't work, you break it off. If it works, you work on it. If it doesn't work, you break it off and like next. And this is the movie. This is what the movie is about. It's about saying, you know what? Maybe I want to fight for it, and that's a pretty good thing. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.